Hey, what's up y'all? It's Eve here, and we just finished the cover shoot for 360 magazine. It's gonna be amazing. All the looks were incredible. The team was incredible, so I can't wait for you to see.
What was the crucial factor that made you want to rap before pursuing a career in the music industry?
Yeah, I sang first when I was younger, but then, I don't know, I think I started rapping when I was like, I don't know, 11 or 12. And I found that it got me more attention. So literally it was just because, you know, a lot of girls weren't rapping back then. So I was like, oh, people pay more attention to me? It's perfect.
Okay. So with your new album, Lip Lock, you've said that you're almost like a new artist.
Yeah.
So what was your music influence when you started out and what it is now with your new album?
Yeah, I do feel like a new artist with this new album, Lip Lock. It's, I guess my musical influences when I first started was probably more hip hop. I listened to, you know, a lot more hip hop when I was younger. Now I still listen to hip hop, but I listen to I listen to all kinds of music. I listen to hip hop, I listen to alternative music, I listen to South African dance music. So I think all those influences you can hear on this album.
Do you still enjoy listening to your first album?
You know what's funny? I haven't heard that album in years. I actually need to go back and listen to it. I haven't heard my first album in a lot of years.
Okay, so I always loved to see you and Gwen Stefani doing all the magic, you know, on Rich Girl and Let Me Blow Your Mind.
Yes.
Why is she not on this album?
You know, I love Gwen. She's one of my favorite people to work with, but this album was for me to just showcase me. I would love to do another song with Gwen, and hopefully that will happen. I actually saw her last night and we talked about it, but hopefully that will happen sometime in the future, but this album was my album.
How did she react to the album?
Well, she didn't know I had an album coming out, so it was great to be able to tell her that, and you know, so.
Okay, so Lip Lock ended up taking 6 years to be released. Why did it take so long?
You know, so many factors. I was on a record label. I was on Interscope for a while, and it took a while to get off that label, a few years. I also had a, you know, it took a few years actually for me to find another label. Even before that though, I had a TV show, and that took up a few years of my life. And I don't know, it just so happens that it's the right time right now. Yeah.
So when the album like got postponed like a couple of times, like what was your initial reaction to them?
I hated it. You know, every time I kept trying to do an album, because even when I was on Interscope, I did do a few records for them. And every time it was like they weren't into it. And you know, you as an artist, you feel deflated. You feel like, all right, you know, what am I doing this for? Do I need to be doing this? You know, do people actually want to hear my music? So yeah, you go through a lot of emotions. I went through a lot of emotions.
Did you get like angry?
I mean, I got angry, depressed, sad, all of it, definitely. But then thankfully I got re-inspired.
So how did you search for and find a new label?
Well, now this album is coming out actually on my own label. It's independent, called From the Rib Music. I'm distributed through Sony Red in the States and Sony and Universal Worldwide. And at first I didn't want to do anything independent. I just didn't want to deal with, you know, I grew up on a major label and I didn't think I'd be ready for it, but I love it.
So did you ever feel like insecure at some point when the album release was uncertain?
Yeah, definitely. You know, things keep getting pushed back and pushed back. It's like, oh, is this something I should be doing? What if I'm not supposed to be doing this kind of stuff? You know, or making music anymore? Like, yeah, it definitely felt like that. Yeah, you do feel insecure.
So it's a little bit more like personal question, but why do you think some of your fans get upset about your interracial dating?
Oh yeah, I don't know. You know, I think it's crazy. I think at this point it's 2013. Like, we need to stop. You know, it's really weird. In the beginning, I knew it was gonna happen. I kind of knew that some people would have issues with it, but now I don't really care. Now it's like, if that's your issue, that's your problem, not mine.
Do you sometimes like find it challenging to date somebody of a different race?
Not anymore. In the beginning, it was kind of like, oh, this is weird for me. So, but now I don't care. Now it's like, you know, that's my man. I love him to death. So.
Do you have any advice to like interracial couples who are like going through tough times?
Yeah, I think, you know, just for me, what helps me and my boyfriend is that we talk a lot about everything, and I think communication is key. But then also it's like, you know, you can't worry about what people are saying. If you're happy, that's all that matters. You have to realize and remember how happy you are. And, you know, if this person is the person you love, a person you like, who cares about everybody else?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So I've heard you are working on your new shoe line. How's it going?
Oh no, well it's in the infant stages. It's something I want to do. I don't even think I have a name for it yet, but yeah, it's something I want to do because I love fashion. And I'm sure it's gonna take a little while to get off the ground, but soon.
So what exactly happened to your Poma clothing line finish?
I left my partners because we just couldn't see eye to eye, and it just wasn't worth the aggravation. And I think I was over it. I think Fetish came at a time in my life. It was great, but you know, I think I grew out of it as well. I grew out of the name. I grew out of the designs. So yeah, I walked away.
Would you also have a like perfume line sometimes so that, you know, everybody can smell like you?
Yeah, I would love to. I love scents. People, my friends that know me know that like I'm a big girl that likes, you know, perfume and incense and candles, and like I love that kind of stuff. So yeah, I would love to do that.
Who's your favorite designer?
Perfume.
Clothing?
Clothing, oh that's hard. I don't think I have a favorite. My probably most, I don't know, one of my top, in the top list, it would be Azzedine Alaïa or Tom Ford or Balmain. I love it all.
So you used to have a TV show called If, and you're also actress. Is there new albums? Oh, no new movie coming out?
Yeah. Yeah, I love acting. I kind of put it on the back burner with doing this album, but I did two movies last year, one called Bounty Killer and one called Wiped Out, that are independent films that are supposed to be out this year.
So have you ever worked with like any community service organization?
Yeah, I actually right now am working, I'm the female ambassador for the Big Brothers Big Sisters of America. And yeah, it's amazing, you know, it's nice to be able to help and lend my voice, or, you know, actually my first single, Make It Out the Sound, is dedicated to them. So it's nice to be a part of them. They are a great mentoring organization for kids.
So your false pregnancy rumor circulated in January.
Yeah.
Would you like to be a mother eventually for real?
Yeah, I would love to. My boyfriend has kids and I love them. So yeah, I can't wait to have kids of my own.
Can you describe like ideal family for you?
My idea would be definitely not traveling as much as I travel. I would have to be stable so I could actually build a real family and a real home. And I would want all my family around me. You know, his family, my family. I would want all of us together. Yeah.
So you've said that females should have a voice to represent themselves, and I think we can all agree with that. Nicki Minaj is one of, you know, influential female rappers right now. Would you say she has a strong voice for women?
I think she does. I think, you know, I'm girl power anyway. Like, I'm like, you know, once I see any female out there doing their thing, I'm always excited. And I think she is, but I do think that there are females who can't identify with her. And I think what makes me mad about female hip hop is that it's not a balance with the guys. And while I think she is great in doing her thing, I do think that, you know, there's another type of music and another type of, what's the word? I don't know, just something different, you know, something different from her that I think some females can identify with. I think there's room for more.
So what's your favorite Nicki Minaj song?
Honestly, I don't have one. I don't. I like her songs, but I honestly couldn't name one.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
So Nicki went on tour with Britney Spears 2 years ago, and well, you know what's coming, but the press misunderstood your quick comment about her, you know, British accent, Britney's British accent, and you have to like correct them, you know, that's not what I meant.
Right.
So did you get in touch with Britney directly to resolve the misunderstanding?
No, I think, you know, I'm sure her people or whatever, it's so weird, all that shit, but I'm sure I'm sure she could care less. Because I would, but you know, I'm sure she saw the tweets or someone saw the tweets. And if not, you know, it is what it is.
Would you like to collaborate with her sometime?
Yeah, Hot Song is a hot song. I got Britney in my iPod, you know, she's on my playlist, on one of my playlists. I don't, you know, I don't hate. Yeah, I think she's dope. Why not?
Okay, so DMX posted your Lip Lock album cover and your interview clip on his Facebook. Did you know that?
No.
And it looks like he's been really struggling with, you know, the drug issues and such and such. But have you ever seen him like struggling in person?
Yeah, I mean, I've known X since I was 18. So I've known him for a long, long time. And you know, it is unfortunate. He's one of the most special people. I tell people this all the time. He's one of the most special people I've ever met. And it is unfortunate that he's going through what he's going through, but he's a strong person and I know he's gonna get through it.
How have you been supportive of like him as a friend?
I mean, you know, I don't see him as much as I would like to. We don't probably talk as much as we could, but when we do see each other and when we do talk, it's, you know, he knows I'm here for him anytime. If he picked up the phone right now and asked me to be somewhere he needed to see me or talk to me, I'd drop everything.
So from your personal perspective, how do you feel about all the politics in the music industry?
It's stupid. I don't like drama, you know, and I think the industry is built up on stuff like that. Unfortunately, it's part of the business, but, you know, I just want to make art. That's it. I just want to make good music and have fun.
How do you think can be done to make the industry a better place?
I think it is what it is. I think it's been that way for centuries, you know, not centuries, but for years, you know, before I was even born or most people was even born. I think it's an individual thing. It's not an industry thing. You know, I think there are a lot of artists who get lucky to be on certain labels that treat them like they're supposed to be treated, or they get with management that has their back. That's as much as I feel like you can do. I don't, you know, I would love to say that I wish the industry could change, but there's too many snakes, you know, for it to change.
Next on your agenda?
Wow, I have so many things. I mean, obviously Lip Lock is my like main obsession right now, and that comes out here in the States May 14th. It comes out in London June 3rd, and it comes out in Germany June 28th. So I'll be working this album for the next few months.
And the tour?
Yeah, I definitely plan a tour. You know, for me, when I first did music, hip hop wasn't invited to the festivals. So I would love to do the festival thing. So.